I finally understand what Paper Mario fans have been saying all this time. For years I've seen fans online say how much they want to return to the original structure of the series. Turn-based combat with a variety of customization, unique character designs instead of the same generic toads everywhere, and especially the return of multiple allies that join Mario on the adventure. Now, it isn't like I'm new to the Paper Mario series. Growing up, my brothers and I played the original 64 game together, but we only made it to the desert area before stopping. I had the 1,000-Year Door for GameCube, but only made it as far as defeating Hooktail in Chapter 1. Super Paper Mario was a rental at Blockbuster, Sticker Star. Yeah, no, I understand why no one liked that one. And Color Splash I never played, even though I had a Wii U. The only Paper Mario game I ever completed 100% was the Origami King. And while I did have fun playing that one, I knew others weren't very fond of it. Looking online, you could see that the first half of Paper Mario games were well received by critics and fans alike, while the latter half just wasn't working for many players. With more time passing, fans begged Nintendo to go back to how the series originally was, and at the time, I could somewhat understand why. While Super Paper Mario did go in a different direction with its gameplay, it still entertained players with a great story, interesting characters, and the gameplay itself was fun to play. Sticker Star was really where it went downhill, devoiding the world of what made Paper Mario so special. No unique locations, only having one character joining Mario on the quest, and defaulting to Bowser as the main antagonist again. Origami King somewhat improved from the previous few games. Locations were better compared to Sticker Star, Olivia was a fun new character, and we did get others joining us every now and again. But the gameplay got repetitive, the usual standard Mario characters like Goombas and Koopas were all across the world, and it just couldn't scratch the itch for longtime fans. Changing aspects in a series isn't something new with Nintendo, as they've been doing this forever. Mario 64 to Sunshine, Zelda 1 to Zelda 2, Super Metroid and Metroid Prime. Nintendo always likes to change things up in their series to ensure that their new games are different from the ones prior and so the series don't grow stale. However, with Paper Mario, newer games could never reach the highs that the original games hit, and it just seemed that Nintendo would never see this. Luckily, that all changed in September 2023, when during a Nintendo Direct, it was revealed that Paper Mario The 1,000-Year Door was being remade for the Switch. And fans took the announcement just as well as you expect them to.
It's real! It's real! No way! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Even though I played a majority of the games in the series, I wouldn't call myself a series veteran, as I was too young to really appreciate what these games had to offer. But now this is my chance to finally complete what many consider to be the best Paper Mario game. Plus, I could finally see what was behind that door after all these years. So, on May 23rd, 2024, I picked up the 1,000-Year Door and did everything the game had to offer. And the fans were right. This game is just simply amazing. While I don't want to disregard Origami King, as I still enjoyed it, the 1,000-Year Door story, world, characters, gameplay, customization, mini-games, it offers so much for players to make their adventure their own. And I hope Nintendo returns to this format in future games. The story follows the same structure as the other Paper Mario games. Peach is kidnapped and it's up to Mario to save her. To do this, he'll have to travel the land and collect the 7 crystal stars that are connected to the mysterious 1,000-Year Door. Along the way, Mario meets friends, help people in need, and slowly obtain the stars before a mysterious organization called the X-Nauts gets them first. Each chapter of this journey brings us to distinct locales, providing many laughs, twists and turns, and really just sets this adventure apart from other Mario games in the franchise. What makes this story especially good is that it doesn't revolve around the fact that the world is made of paper. Later games had this weird obsession with arts and crafts that wasn't what made fans love this series in the first place. Stickers, painting, origami, the use of real-world items like colored pencils and a hole puncher. The fact that the world was made of cardboard and paper was simply an aesthetic choice, and while the early games did play around with the fact that Mario was paper, it was never the main focus. Here, Mario is just going on a treasure hunt while trying to rescue Peach and discover the secrets that were hidden away behind this mysterious door. While yes, Mario can use new abilities because he's paper, like turning sideways to slip through cracks, roll into a cylinder, become a plane or a boat, they all serve to improve traversal and expand the level design. These paper abilities take the movement and exploration from the first game and evolve from it, and you'll be obtaining them slowly over the course of an entertaining story. And here is where we get to one of the biggest crimes the newer games show: the character variety. You have the usual race of creatures like Toads, Bob-ombs, Goombas, and Koopas, but each one looks distinct. They aren't the same red Toads, brown Goombas, and green Koopas. The people of Rogueport are covered in filth, others are dressed for their jobs, and the locations like the Great Tree and Twilight Town have new characters residing there that aren't found in other Mario games. This at first may sound odd to compliment, but what I've seen online for years is just how lazy the characters' designs for recent games have become. Having characters look distinct is important to immerse yourself in the world. This isn't the same Toad you've seen in Glitzville, she's a waitress on a train. This Bob-omb runs a lottery, and this one's a wealthy businessman with a lovely wife and son. While there are some standard designs placed around the world, there are many characters here you'll remember just because their designs allow them to stand apart from the rest. Which leads into a feature newer games lack that many wish to see come back: the recruitable allies. Now, while I wasn't too invested in the games when I was younger, from what my siblings and I did play, getting a new friend to join Mario was so cool. Bombette and Pericari in 64 were highlights for us. Not to mention my favorite ally here, Goombella. Only because I just did Chapter 1 as a kid, so the only competition was Koops. Yeah. Throughout the story, Mario meets new friends that would accompany him on his journey, with each one providing different moves and abilities in combat and traversal. Goombella analyzes enemies and helps guide players if they ever get lost. Koops can hit distant objects for puzzles and attack spike foes when jumping is ineffective. You even get a baby Yoshi that can be named, and his color is determined by an in-game timer. Shout out to Neppy. You're a good buddy. Outside combat scenarios and puzzles, you can swap between them whenever you like, and they all have special dialogue when they're out with Mario. So me having Goombella with me the whole time makes my adventure different from someone with Vivian or Bobbery with them. It's little features like these that really help the story, as if you have a favorite ally, they'll be with you the whole time, joining in on conversations and reacting to what's happening around them. Later games lost something special when they became restricted with only one ally per game. While yes, they'll have plenty of time in the story to be fleshed out, if players just don't like the character or the story fails to connect you with them, there's nothing that can be done about it. I don't remember anything about Curtsy, and while I can't say anything about Huey, I did like Olivia from Origami King. Her relationship with the main antagonist Ollie provides us some background for the new villain, while also providing a reason for her joining Mario. Plus, the moments of her and Mario having fun on their travels made me enjoy the adventure when the combat just wasn't entertaining. She even has moments of character development with Bobby and her conflicting feelings on having to fight her own brother. So while I do like Olivia, besides being a buddy tagging along on the journey, she doesn't do much else. Whereas the gang in the Thousand Year Door serves so much more of a purpose in both plot and gameplay. Each ally has a time to shine and their personalities bring something different to the group. And when you have a main character that doesn't talk, it's important to have a good cast to react to what's happening in the story. By the time the credits roll, you only want to hop back in, and the gameplay only emphasizes this desire to keep playing. Similar to other turn-based RPGs like the original Paper Mario, you take turns stomping and smashing foes with an ally of your choice by your side. When attacking or defending, precise button commands will allow you to increase the damage output or decrease the damage taken. Even if it's just a standard turn-based combat system, the action commands have you focus during battle rather than watching the moves be performed with your hands off the controller. And when this series deviated from this core gameplay style, the closest we would get to it was through the Mario and Luigi series. I put so many hours in Bowser's Inside Story growing up. Amazing game, by the way. Okay, so I recorded all this before the most recent Nintendo Direct we had, and the last thing I expected would be a new entry in the Mario and Luigi series. In the span of around a year, we got Super Mario RPG, Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, and a new entry in Mario and Luigi. Mario RPG fans are eating so good right now. The depth of this gameplay only gets more intricate the further you progress in the story. As you level up, you're given the choice to level up your health, flower points which are used for stronger moves, and badge points. Selecting which stat to increase each time you level up offers customization in your playthrough. Need more health? Boost it up by 5. Don't have enough flower points for moves? Go crazy! But what I went for in my run were those beautiful badge points. Badges can be equipped to Mario that provides buffs and benefits in and out of combat, opening the door to so many possibilities in your playthrough. They can do standard things like provide new moves such as the multi-bounce, fire, ice, and quake hammer, but also provide post-battle benefits like dropping more hearts and flowers to heal yourself without the need for items. Worried about being close to death? Equip a badge to increase the likelihood enemies miss when you're low on health, or even increase your damage to give yourself more of a fighting chance. The combination of badges at your disposal is crazy. Whenever I level up, I be staring at my list of badges just deciding what to spend my points on. There's also fun badges like adding sound effects when playing, changing Mario's outfit, even having the original GameCube music playing if you just want to enjoy the classic tunes. Looking online, I see people talk about different badge builds, like one where you bring your health down to 5 to have the danger badges active at all time, giving you a larger damage output with the more badges equipped. With one playthrough done, you can just run back in and tweak the badges to make the game even more challenging if you want. Outside of badges, encounters always keep you on your feet with random events like stage mishaps, the audience throwing items, even a bingo minigame that could come in clutch when you're in a pinch. There's even additional rewards for those who take the time to explore. Shine sprites to level up allies, star pieces to buy more badges, even a friggin' casino with minigames to obtain prizes. Comparing this to Origami King, it's crazy just how intricate the combat used to be. Instead of fights that have you thinking which ally to use or moves to attack with, they just had you slide a board around to align foes to attack. And while it's not bad at first, eventually boards will repeat, and with them only rewarding coins and confetti, you'll just avoid fights to progress the story. Here, I never slipped past an enemy, as I knew I'd be rewarded with more XP for badges and coins for items. There wasn't anything bringing the combat down, like stickers limiting attacks, paint needed for moves, or the lack of reward for winning fights. You fight enemies, have fun, and improve your stats. The flow of combat is never halted or gets bogged down. Every zone provides more enemies to fight, an ally to open up possibilities, and secrets hidden around every corner. And as you play, you can work on 100%ing the game by completing Goombella's tattle log, finding every badge. There's even a cooking mechanic where you can make a large assortment of tasty treats. Or mistakes. The only negative I could say about the Thousand Year Door is the large amount of backtracking, as with the side missions given, you'll be warping back to previous areas just to talk to people, run to another spot, talk to another person, and get rewarded. Not all of them are bad, as some provide useful tips and bonuses, but most are just coin prizes. Besides secrets, collectibles, and side missions, 2 fun modes to complete are the Glitz Pit and the 100 Pit Trials, taking everything you know about the combat and putting it to the test. And reaching the end of these had me on the edge of my seat at times. After finishing everything, I only wanted more, so much so that I plan to play the 64 game just because it's the only one in the series closest to this. Regarding presentation, this game looks beautiful as it took the original GameCube game and enhanced literally everything from the environments, characters, and music. The new music tracks are really great, plus the option to play the original tracks is something all remakes and remasters should include for longtime fans. The only issue I've seen fans have is with the frame rate, as the original game ran at 60 frames per second, while here we're just locked at 30. While it's unfortunate that we got the frame rate cut in half, I'm not really concerned over it unless a game is under 30 or it just can't maintain it. As long as I can enjoy the game without it chugging along trying to run, I'm all good. Plus, they did tweak the timing for moves, so it's accommodating to this new frame rate. I'm also a big fan of the unlockable concept art and music tracks, so I can see early designs for areas and characters. Rewards like these for finding everything in the game are always great to see. There are additional features added to the Switch remake, like additional fights, and also tweaks to areas to help with the backtracking, but overall this is a one-to-one remake for new players to experience and returning fans to come back to. I enjoyed my journey with Mario and the gang and just wanted to play more. I'm all for companies changing things up for newer installments, but Paper Mario fans clearly weren't thrilled with the changes and just wanted a return to form for the series. Playing the little that I did growing up, I could understand why fans would want a classic adventure again, but games like Super and Origami King show they could change some things and it'd still be fun. But playing this remake today and fully understanding just how intricate the gameplay can go, the amazing designs of the world and people, plus an amazing story, I'm fully on board with what fans have been asking for all these years. Take the reception this game receives Nintendo and keep the ball rolling into the next mainline game. New allies, new locales, a rich story, go crazy, and I'll be there day one to go on another adventure. Also, if you could bring back Goombella, that'd be awesome too. Thanks. Did you enjoy the Thousand Year Door remake? Would you like another Paper Mario remake like for Super? Who's your favorite ally in the game? Leave a comment below and let me know. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe for more gaming content. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you again next time. Bye. Oh, also, what color Yoshi did you get and what'd you name him? Okay, bye.